All right, welcome back. This is week 8 that we're working on, and this week we'll be doing the Unit 2 test. The Unit 2 test shouldn't be too difficult. You understand how we've taken tests before, the 4 questions, worth 50 points apiece, and you should be able to take the test without any problems. However, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or to stop by my office, which has now changed. I'm down in the foundation office on the first floor. As you can see, it's a little bit darker in here. I've got the window here. You can come to the front door, or you can just knock on the window. I've got a sliding glass door here. So stop by if you need to, and we can chat. Or if you have any questions, email me, or you can give me a call. Really what this Unit 2 test video is really about is giving you some of the themes that you should be looking forward to or looking towards studying as you get closer to the end of the week and want to take this test. A few things that I want to talk about, or that you should be looking for. Isolationism. We just finished a chapter that talked a lot about isolationism and getting into World War I. Really Woodrow Wilson's ideas, maybe the country's ideas. If I were you, the way that I would take a look at this is, I know I've got a question about isolationism, so what's the context around isolationism? Why did Woodrow Wilson choose isolationism as a way, as a idea to run through the First World War, and then what is the rest of the country thinking? Are they behind him? Are they not? And then how do we get into World War I? Okay, or how does the United States get into World War I? I definitely take a look at that idea moving forward as you prepare for a question on isolationism. Remember that you're going to want to answer the question fully. I'm going to want some context, some historical context, some analysis, and then significance. I want to know, why is this significant? Why are we still studying this? Okay, so isolationism as a theme or concept that you're going to want to be looking at. Okay, race relations. Now, we've talked a lot about race relations, and you do a really good job moving through this as we work on it. But one of the things that I want you to take a look at this week is really the broad idea of race relations from 1890 through World War I. Okay, and be able to explain maybe some of the changes that took place between that time period. Really, this is a way for you to understand where we came from with isolationism or with race relations, and through World War I, has anything changed? And really an analysis of that. What's the history behind it? What has made things change or not change? And what's your take on it? Remember to provide significance, and maybe significance in this instance would be an opinion, your opinion of why does this matter and why are we still studying this. Just a suggestion, and you can take it whichever way you want after reading the question yourself. Manifest destiny. We've talked a little bit about manifest destiny in the first unit, but second unit, I really want an idea of manifest destiny and urban spaces, but also how does manifest destiny now start to look as we look towards beyond the United States and into the Pacific? Are we still looking at manifest destiny? Is this a theory that is pushing us to continue to colonize other places? Or are we okay with just saying, you know what, the United States as it sits is fine and we don't need to colonize anymore? It's really an idea for you to be able to look at and then study it yourself. What I'm hoping that you get out of this question, which I haven't given you the full question, but an idea about it, is really this idea of looking at how does manifest destiny, that theory or that idea, how does it look come the new century? Okay, and are we still dealing with that? So take a look at that question. The last question, as you work through this test, the last question that we'll talk about is societies. Oh yeah, that was stupid. Women's suffrage. So we've taken a little bit of time and have done some looking at women's suffrage, being able to see the suffrage movement up to this point. We've looked at analysis through cartoons, and really this idea is trying to bring all of that information together, provide some historical context, also provide some analysis of the women's suffrage movement as you look through this question and try to answer a question about women's suffrage. Hopefully that shouldn't be too difficult. If you notice, all of these should coincide with the discussions and the papers that you've already turned in. which leads me to my last point. You can use any of those things that you'd like. If you've written a piece and you've saved it to your computer, feel free to pull that up. Don't use that piece, like plagiarize yourself, but please use it as a study guide or a tool to be able to then answer the question. Okay, but do know that as you are able to use your book, notes, and any previous assignments, that I am going to grade a little bit tougher because you are able to do that. I don't really think it's going to be a big deal. I think that you're a great writer, and I think that this is really a great way for you to be able to move through these questions as we've already talked about them, and you should have some analysis already because we've been discussing it this entire time. So, Week 8, I hope it goes well. I hope that you're able to get on and take the test. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or get in touch with me so that we can talk about any problems that you may have. You can email, call, you can stop by my office and let me know. If you have problems logging on, please email me as soon as you can, and we can try something about getting with IT or whatever we need to. So I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Have a good week. Bye.